Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 62 of Forever Stranded, a mod pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So in the last episode, we we created Dirt Farm 3.0, and I reported to you that this was a tip and trick from Duncan Webb, but I think it's something that a lot of people caught on recently because I was watching the episode from Mechlsd, and he had another version of this where instead of using the AE2 system, he was using this same kind of setup, but instead of using the extra utilities to crusher, he was using the sag mill method like I have right here. But I won't replace these for now because they're all there and they're working well. But now that I know that the crusher is that much faster with the speed upgrade, I would definitely use that instead. So we set up Dirt Farm 3.0, and at the end of the episode, I added two more, one right here and one right here, because I was still in balance. See, I'm still getting more gravel than I'm using, and my dirt's continuing to go up. I wish I could count exactly how much I'm making per second and or per minute, but I'm not sure how to do that, and I don't want to spend a ton of time to figure it out. So today is the Jimi Ashby episode, and there's a reason for that. I've been putting it off for a while now because he keeps adding and adding and adding tricks, and it's as if every other episode has a tip and trick from him. But he deserves his own episode, and he deserves some recognition because he's made so many things easier. And yesterday, I was planning on continuing with this episode being the Void Beacon, the Nanobot Beacon, and making these tier 4. But uh, I kind of taking a detour because I want to include a couple more things. He's much further along in the collector's quest, so let's explain to you what he's been doing more. I'm just going to quickly get some soul sand sieving because we really need a lot more quartz now if we want the clear glass to make these void ore miner and or the nanobot beacon bigger. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, how come I only got 63? Okay, 64. So I'm going to make an auto heavy sieve. Auto heavy sieve, another one, yeah. And the reason I want to make another one is that they're much better. Well, not better. They're just faster. And at this point, I want speed. I don't want efficiency because they do produce less. There's more loss, you could say. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to put the 64 in there, and I'm just going to grab a quick mesh from here and put that in. And I should be eating right now, and I should be healing myself, and I might be taking a risk, but I'm not going to. And the reason I'm not going to is that I want to solve it with the nanobot beacon. So let's start some more clear glass like this, and let's say I should be able to make 100. Oh, next, nope, missing 38. So I'll just start 60 for now. 60. Next, start. Oh, I have to do it in between the sand again because I didn't take that out. So perfect. Nanobot beacon. I'm going to make, I think, a tier 1 for now, maybe a tier 2. Let's start with the tier 1 first. So we need 4 blocks of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a modifier core that we should have. We need a beacon. That's really easy with the amount of nether star that we have. We need brewing stand is always the same problem. What's it called? Blaze powder. I'm going to turn around and put some in this machine. I never automated the creation, so anytime I need some, I just do it one at a time. So like this, and 1, 2. Perfect. So nanobot beacon. I should be able to get it right now. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to want more than a tier 1. The only reason I might be doing a tier 1 right now, I just want to go check, is that I can make it into a tier 4 after I've prepared the material in a time lapse. So 20 structure 1, 12 machine base, 4 modifier core. And 4 modifier core is going to cover the basic that I want. It's just going to be expensive in energy. But between you and me, you've seen this. Don't really care so much about the energy cost anymore. The other thing, the other reason I want to do this is that even though I've set my system to create those and I have all of these, I want to make it different. I really want to set the nanobot beacon. Oh my god, this is a term I'm having a hard time saying. I want my nanobot beacon to be made out of alabaster. So I'm going to create some alabaster block. Can I make a stack? Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay. Might not really need to make less than a tier 1. Let's just another stack, and with this, another stack. Okay, so 64. Oh, I know what's going to be the problem. Let me check quickly. So technically, if I do a tier 4, it's 80. So a tier 3 is 56 and 40 machine base. The machine base, can they be made with anything? Machine base. Alabaster machine base. Perfect. So only 2 of those. Okay, but that's easily fixed. I'm just going to make 2 stacks of these and throw them in. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to craft some more. Oh god, it's one thing after another that I'm missing today. So let's throw all of this in. By now I should have a lot more quartz. Let's grab all of the quartz that I have, because then I can start crafting some more. And that's also another reason why I'm not doing auto crafting. Well, I don't want to set the recipe for alabaster, but I also don't want to have to spend time not making the clear glass. So let's just look for clear glass again, and let's go with 100 this time. Yeah, I can make 100. So let's launch 100. It's not like I'm going to be wasting it. So nanobot beacon, if I go back to this, the tier 4 would be 60 machine base or 40. So I'm just going to continue with the 40 for now. Alabaster machine base. Let's continue. I need 36. So I might end up being able to make the level 3 at least. Almost. Almost there. 2 more stack of this, and I'm using a lot of iron. And I would have been a bit apprehensive about using the iron, but I'm kind of parceling out the tips and tricks because there's another one. If you've read the comment, you know that there's a doozy coming. 12 modifier core, and modifier core, I have 11 right now, so I'm just going to make 1 more. Oh, I'm out of ardent stone. See, that's what I thought was going to happen at some point. Can I make some more? Nope, because I don't have stone. So 11 modifier core. I'm going to need to go check. Oh, I think I have a quick solution. I might have ardent stone in here. So let's look in here at ardent stone. If I sort it, that's stone. Not a single piece of. Oh yes, 36. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So I don't have to waste time making this. So let's put that in right now, and oh, I don't even need to make it, it's already made. So modifier core, I'll get my 12th one. Huh? What's the problem? I have this. Oh, it's stone. Okay, I thought it was hardened stone. So cobblestone, not this. Just take a stack and I'll just throw it in the cooker right here. And as you can see, I'm having some lag still because I still have my dirt farm 1.0. But my goal at the end of this episode is to do a quick time lapse where I'm going to fix it. And I'm going to explain then what I mean by fixing it. I'm mostly going to be turning it off, but I'm also going to be in some way fixing it as part of another tip and trick. So perfect. Now that I have all this, I could technically do a tier 3 nano beacon. I just need to look at what I would require for the tier 3. So if I look here at nano beacon, the tier 3 requires 2 tier 2. The tier 2 requires 2 tier 1. So I would need to do 3 more tier 1 and some brewing stands. So I would need 1, oh, not here, 1, 2, 3, 4 more brewing stand. That should not be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, just 6, sorry. 8. Wow, that was not prepared in advance. I really thought that I would make it on the go, but this might not be the highest quality when doing it on the go. Perfect. So now I should be able to do this. What am I missing? I'm missing the beacon, of course. And I'm missing glass. Sand. Like this. And let's just throw that in because everything's ready. Yeah, everything's ready. That's going to cook so fast that it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to search again for nanobot beacon. Okay, it's called a nanobot beacon. So that's cool because I can just search for beacon and find it. So the 3, then I should be able to craft these 3, but I'm going to need to use some of my core. So that's 4. I'm going to throw these 4 in here, and then I need to craft 8 of these blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I should be able to do these now. So 1 and oh. Wow, it wasn't 8, it was 10. Of course. But this should be okay, hopefully. And the lag is getting bad. So I'm tempted to go stop the farm just because I want to stop the lag. But at the same time, I don't want to pause what I'm doing. This is really going well. When I'm not derping around, that is. Okay, so 2 tier 2. Perfect. So beacon. Beacon. And the tier 3 needs these. Do I still have some? Yes. Oh, that's perfect. So my nanobot beacon, my alabaster machine base, I made tier 4, but it can use the tier 4. Now I need the modifier core. I have 6 of these. So hopefully I should be able to make more. Let me just take a quick break and look at drawer, because this is a tip and trick from Duncan, and also Mechlsd has talked about it, and they've been telling me to stop like playing around with this and just make some compacting drawer. So I'm just going to make 1 compacting drawer for now. I should make a lot more of these, but I'm going to make 1. And the reason I want to make 1 is that if I use my iron here, iron, I have some iron block already, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this iron, and I'm going to take this drawer, and this is really not the place where it should go. I'm going to put it in its proper place later, but I'm going to put it here for now, and I'm going to put some iron in it. So now, iron block, okay? 42 potential block of iron. So if I come here now and I look at iron, it says 50, but before use I only have 8. Because if you connect a compacting drawer, it gives you. The only problem it might have is that it's giving the count of iron ingot, and this is not the real count. I don't have 50 block of iron and 10,000 ingot. I have these ingot also count there. The same way I don't have 3,474 nuggets. So you have to be careful when you're using it to know how much iron you have. That's the only problem I would say I have with this, but it's really not a big problem. So we needed 12, I think. I'm just going to check one last time. Nanobot beacon, and I need 12. Perfect. So now that's not useful. Let's do a research on modifier. What I really want is a regen modifier. So I'm going to need some potion of regeneration, which is made from gas tier in an awkward potion. So let's craft some bottle. I have 3, but I'm going to need more than 3. So water bottle, give me 2 more stacks of these. And oh, do I? I don't think I have a brewing station anymore. Or do I? I think I do. Nether wart. So I'm going to take 2 nether wart. And I need the gassed tier 1, 2. Now that I have my bottles, let's go upstairs. Oh, I didn't need that many, but anyway. Let's go upstairs and get some water, unless, yeah, I have a barrel here that I brought just for such an occasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like crafting potion in anything lower than 3s. So let's do this. And while we're waiting for this, we'll look at the other modifier. So the other modifier I want to make is a saturation modifier. Oh, no. So that's the only one I'm not going to be able to do because I don't have golden apple. And golden apples, you don't craft. You need to find. So I'm going to need to go looting just for the golden apple. But that's the one I wanted the most. I'm a bit sad now. So, okay, sad, sad puppy. I need 4 golden apple. And I don't know why I can't craft golden apple. And I'm just going to check one thing. Gold. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to say apple. And the reason I'm doing this is that it wouldn't be the first time that I have a mud pack telling me that golden apples don't exist, but they do. So that's why I wanted to check that. And in that case, if I hadn't done that, I'm going to need 2 more golden apple now that I know that I can be crafted. And let's go upstairs and witch water them. Because to make the chorus fruit, I need 2 chorus fruit. It's apple in witch water. So let's break this. And I don't want to break that one. What? Ah. Okay, I think I get it. I think I understand now. It's not the golden apple that I think. It's a different kind of golden apple that I need for the crafting. And for the coarse fruit. Okay, so that was a good potential plan. So again, I'm not going to make the saturation one, which means that for the saturation one, I'm going to need to go do some looting. And I think I'm only going to need to loot the desert temple. I think you can find them in the desert temple. So let's come back to these potions so that we can at least make this one. And while we're waiting, let's go back to look at modifier core. The other one that's interesting is the flight modifier, which needs some launcher, and the launchers are made like this. I'm going to need some sticky pistons, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to make them sticky now, so 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And I should be able to craft these now, so all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put that in there and flight modifier. So this gives you creative flight just like the angel ring. So I'll be able to get rid of the angel ring. Now that I have these, let's make the next step. The next step is this, 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 and this. And a modifier core again, which gives us the regen. Then we need, what's the other one? I might make the night vision one, just not right now. I'm going to make the ace modifier. Oh, efficiency 5. Yeah. That's not a problem. Let's do it. Efficiency 5 is crafted how? I'm just going to take a quick look. Ace. It's 4860 redstone and a ton of level. That is not a problem. That's even easier than I thought. So 60 redstone. I'm going to need a book and quill. I'm going to need some experience. Hey, what do you know? I have experience here. Let me take... Oh no, let me take all of my experience. That's too much, but doesn't matter. Let's do this and... Oh, book and quill. Book and quill, like so. And perfect. And let's put it on here. Efficiency 5 and 33 level. I'm just going to take the redstone out because I don't want the redstone to be in here. And now I'm going to throw the book in here, this in here. I don't need these golden apple, unfortunately. And now what was the modifier again? It's haste. So it's this one. Let's craft the ace modifier. Don't tell me you can make it with any book. Ah, that's just sad. That means it's a bug where it's not recognizing the NBT. So guys, if you want to make this easy, well, you can just put any books at sea. Strength modifier means we're going to hit harder, but I don't want to make that one right now. Jump boost modifier, that's interesting. I need a rabbit's foot though. Did I get one. No, I didn't get one, so let's not make that one. So let's grab my modifier core and let's just go craft this thing right now. Where am I going to put it though? I'm excited to put it quickly, and we can always replace things later. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to need to do some hardcore breaking. Let's just take the... I'm going to eat some food. Oh no, I don't want to eat the food first because I want to show that it's going to heal me. So not the tech and crafting. What I want is the main one. Gonna throw this in there. Gonna throw that in there. Going to throw the angel ring in it since I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to grab my iron hammer and an iron fix. And the reason I'm doing that is that I do need to make some space in here. So I'm going to go from here and just go like this. And I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. So let's start talking about the other tip and trick from Jimi Ashby. The other tip and trick from Jimi Ashby is for the iron. He says that his iron is finished already. And I'm like, how is that even possible? And then I read the next line and it's very simple. One thing I didn't think, I'm not abusing the Woot mob farm enough. Like it's a mod that I'm experienced for the first time in this mod pack. So I don't really think of using it in the to the most of its capacity. And my vanilla days are very, very far behind me. But in vanilla day, any of you that knows about vanilla and played vanilla a lot, there's one thing that you used to do. You would used to make what's called an iron golem farm, where you would just make some golem, and I don't remember the exact setup, but it was a very complicated setup in which the golem would reproduce themselves, and you would have, so you need villagers so that golem would appear to protect them, and then once you had the golem, you would push them through a system where they would be killed by piston, and that would get you a ton of iron. But if that can give you iron, when you kill a golem, what about a mob farm with golem? So that's what he did, and he said he got his thing within like really super fast. He said he was able to already finish the iron farm, the iron quests. So that's the way we're going to set up, and we'll keep all of these void ore miner just to concentrate on the other stuff, the gold, the lapis, and the diamonds. So I'm almost done breaking this right now, and I think that's going to be enough space for the level 3. So let's just go and do it right now. I'm so excited about this. I didn't want to make it because I thought it was some time away from the series that I could spend on doing other things, but if I need to go looting, if I need to do other things, it's going to be... Oh, I don't want to put it in here. Sorry, I want to put it in my terminal. Like so. So now I can grab the rest. And now I'm just going to need some power. Hopefully I have a lot of power cable. Not in that bag. They're going to be in the tech bag, I hope. And the reason I need this is I want to take it across. And where's my power? I don't have the other power. So energy conduit. Can I craft some of these? Oh yes. I made too many, but no problem. So let's take this across like this. 1, 2. Oh. How far away do I want to bring it though? I have to bring it equal to where it needs to be for the other one that I put, because I need the space to make these level 4. Some more. Oh, and there's one thing. Just quickly, I need to check one thing before I do more of this. They're not the same height, I think. So, no, not this. Nanobot beacon. If I'm doing a tier 3, they need to be 9 by 9 by 5 high. So I need to make sure that I have 5 high. So, what's the spacing? Right here. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good. So let's do this, and we're about to starve. So we need to do this quickly because I want to heal myself using this, and then So let's set it down as quickly as possible. And oh wow, it's really beautiful with the white. I really, really like. Wrong click. So basically, if you don't know, this this one lets you break the block super fast in a certain mode. So let's put that back down and continue building the structure. And is it ready? Ah. Assembly complete. And look at my regeneration. My hearts are coming back. And now I have aced and regeneration. Where's my flight though? Didn't I make a flight? Oh. Was the flight the one that I couldn't do? Let me just look quickly. Not this. Plus. Flight. Modifier. It must be in there somewhere. So this one right here is the haste modifier. And what are you doing here? And that's the flight modifier. So technically it means I should have it. So let's take this out and go. And voila. So I had it. It's just not a spell. So it's not telling you. So I don't need the angel ring anymore. And as soon as I get these 2 golden apple, I won't need to eat anymore. So this is now done. And yes, Jimmy, you're 100% right. I should have done that like 10 or 12 episodes ago before I went exploring everywhere. Because I would never be in worry of running out of power or dying. And this is pretty zippy. It feels almost faster than the angel ring if it wasn't for all the lag though. So perfect. Now, let's make the golem. I haven't made a golem in years. I find it amazing, that trick. The fact that we're going to make getting the iron that easy. I wish there was a gold golem now. Obviously it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean I can't wish that there was one. So perfect. Now I'm going to need the golem. For those who don't know how to make a golem, it's really easy. You need 4 iron block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3, 4, like this. And you need a pumpkin. I actually need to grow a pumpkin. So pumpkin, and I don't want to have to wait for it. So let's grab a, what's it called? Some bone meal, like so. Perfect. And let's get some a hoe. No, I don't need to make a hoe. You guys should know by now that hoe is the least of my problem. Here we go. And here's a hoe. So perfect. Let's go outside and let's go make this golem right now. Sorry, I hit the wrong button again. Let's go make the golem right now. Up. I need to be close to water, so I'll just do it right here. And let's plant this, and let's get some bone meal, and let's get this done. Really? Please grow. Oh, I thought it was going to give it to me for sure the moment I made it. Let's break this. Let's no, not this. Let's this, 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 and this. That's called giving yourself more chances. So pumpkin, I'm going to need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put it in here. I got a worm. I've been trying to get worms in the beginning when my farms were important and I was not getting them, and now that I don't really need them, I get them super easy. That's always the case with things. It's when you don't need the things that you get them the most. Perfect. So now let's use some bone meal on them because I want to get them now. Okay, that's still not giving me one. That's still not giving me one. Do I have the watering can? Don't want this, don't want this, don't want this, don't want this. watering can. So the watering can is hopefully in my bag right here. Tech and crafting, no. The main bag right here. No. So the watering can's not something that I hold on me all the time anymore. And I wish I had stopped that farm in the last episode. My episode was just going too long, and I ended up having to end it without doing a time lapse. But I would have loved taking. What the? Okay. These are no longer drawing. That's really weird. And this wall is no longer drawing. Oh, I should probably reload, but let's just leave this place so that I don't have to see this monstrosity. Here, nope. Watering can, not here. Oh, maybe in here? Nope. In here, no. In here? That would have made sense actually, putting it with the food, but no. And what about here? I always forget the trick. Watering. So no, my watering can is not in here. Let's check the whole bags. That's the thing. When there are things you no longer need and you're not really using, you tend to put them away in place that you don't find them easily anymore. Change bag. Not in this one either. Change bag. And it's not in this one. You know what? I'm done with this. Watering can. Like this. Of course, I need a bucket of water. Here's the bucket. The water's outside, just waiting to be grabbed. And no, stay in there. And this lag is killing me. I should have stopped the farm first. You know, when you make the wrong choice, but now you decide to roll with it. Plus, watering can right now. And you know what? Oh, I'm sure. By the time I get there, there's going to be a pumpkin that's ready. Oh, actually not for once. Okay, so this was not a waste. I still needed to do it. And let's water the center like always. And voila. 2. So now that I have this pumpkin, you don't want a pumpkin, you want a jack-o'-lantern. So jack-o'-lantern is super simple. I never remember, but it's a torch and yeah, it's a torch and. Perfect. Jack-o'-lantern, we're all good. Let's make the iron golem. Let's root mob farm him and let's be done. So you make a golem like this. Come on. 1, 2. Oh, I guess I'm gonna make him this way then. And 3. So the 2 arms and the body, and then I need to put the head on if I can. Oh, that lag. Oh, the problem when you get lag though is that the creative flight doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna need to reload quickly. And I'm back. And then when I put the head here, you get an iron golem. And now I'm gonna woot farm him. Done. So that's all I needed to do. Now I can just get. So I need another mob factory. Oh, mob controller, sorry. And are these not programmed? Yes, perfect. So I'm going to replace the Wither Star one. Oh, and see, missing one right here. So we are still having problem. I thought it was only the Endermans doing this, but obviously there's something else, and I'm going to need to address it probably at some point, or just live with the risk of dying all the time. So let's break this, and let's put this one. Is that the no? This one, and let's hit it with this, and now it's programmed. And let's just check, because technically there's no drawers for them. Spawning iron golem, spawn 1 mob every 300 tick. Cost, okay. So prismarine shard, that's from the other one. I'm still waiting because here I have looting 3 and 4. Not 1, not 2, 4. And also poppy. Huh. So that's going to be interesting. And the iron quest, so that's tip number 2 for this episode from Jimi Ashby. Iron golem in a wood mob farm. That's really great. Honestly, I'm super happy about that, and now I understand why he said we were going to get it done so fast. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys, I'm going to go back downstairs, is that this setup, I don't remember if I was really clear on this, but this diamond setup back there, what am I stuck on again? This diamond setup back here with the magic and the mechanical user and whatnot, that's all from Jimi Ashby. It was all a suggestion from him. And my redstone and lapis. I completely forgot. Now, just thinking about it, I remember. I was power mad and I took too much power away, and I removed these conduit. So I need to put these back in so that this continues to work, which means I've probably handicapped my solution for the lapis. Let's take a look at the dirt farm. 17.3k in one episode. So if I make this 2 or 3 more times in a time lapse, I should be able to complete this quest super fast. So we got the Nano Butt Beacon, we got the Golem Wood Farm, we got the Max Diamond system, all from Jimi Ashby. There's one thing that he wrote in a comment, and again, I always forget the standard Minecraft way of doing things. So let me show you something quickly. For the beginning of the game, like when you're starting, you actually need a lot of resource, and I always forget about doing this. But if you dig down and you find this layer, you can actually put a torch, and then you break this block, and then you just look at the sand fall and go into your inventory. And there's a lot of layers of sand, so this gave me 26 sand. And this is such an easy process because there's 2 things that you need to understand. This doesn't cost you any hunger, so it's super easy to do, and you're not wasting your hunger and your time. You just concentrate on breaking block and getting a ton of sand just like that. So that's a trick that's really, really worth remembering, because you see, if I was in the beginning of the game, I already would have all of that sand. And the beauty is that when you sieve sand, you do get So it's not as... Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Whew. I got scared for a moment. I was going to say you get all of the resource. You do get all of the resource. You get the iron, you get the crushed silver, you get uranium, gold, you get everything. So you're still good. It's not perfect. And worst case scenario, now that you have these, you just transform them into compressed sand and transform them into dust. And you gather the resource really easily. So it's really something that could make the difference, especially with the hunger problem in this mod pack. So I've showed you all of the tip and tricks that I wanted for this episode from Jimi Ashby, and I wanted to make that special shout out and tell you, man, thank you for all of the help, for all of the information, for all of the comments that you've written, for all that you've done on my series. I've really appreciated you a lot. So for the rest of the episode, I'm going to go into a time lapse, and in that time lapse, I'm going to shut down my dirt farm 1.0. But I still want to get some trees, so I might put it somewhere else. And that's one last tip and tricks from Mechlsd. The way Minecraft works with lag, the reason I'm getting so much lag in my farm, I don't know if it's Ender.io tree cutting, or if it's these barrel, or if it's the trees growing and being broken by the tree farm. But the problem is that this is a chunk that is part of my viewing distance. And everything in your viewing distance, I can't see the trees upstairs. Obviously, I'm not seeing them. But the game doesn't know if I'm going to turn around and look through glass or through something and see it. So since it's part of my viewing distance, it gets drawn. And my graphic card is not the strongest, and it's causing lag. What you can do, especially since we have super teleportation frame, is go 10 or 12 chunks. Even I would do more. I would do like 20 chunks away. Put a super teleportation frame back and forth, and put a chunk loader. And you saw the crafting recipe for the chunk loader. I'm going to look at it again quickly. Chunk loader. Like this. It's an enchantment table, 5 gold, and an ender pearl. And once you put it down, it's really you just put it down and then you decide how many chunk. And you can make it bigger or smaller. So if I go down to 1, it's just the chunk it's in. If you go down to 2, it's going 2 across, so it's a 3 by 3. I was on 4 for 49. And you can always do show laser. So if I do show laser, if I left here, this is the chunk that would be loaded. Only this here. And I'm going to remove the laser to show you something else. If you do F9, like so, you get red lines. These represent the chunk. Most of you might know that already, but I just want to make sure for some that don't know. If you press F9 again, you even have this like green matrix like lines. So it's telling me this is a chunk. So when I'm here, I'm in one chunk and then I'm in another. And that's something that's important, because if I could only build one chunk loader, I've played on server before where you were allowed one chunk loader and only one chunk loaded at all time. So you would end up making building going up and down from bedrock to the sky in this one chunk. And this is the chunk center, I think. I think it shows you where the actual center is. The other thing I wanted to say with this is I got lucky because I never checked, but in my other playthrough, I had a lot of problem with these machines, and that's back in the beginning of the pack. And the reason is that they seem to have an issue being between chunk. And you see, obviously, it's no longer a problem because this one formed in between chunk. But some, it was a known bug before, wouldn't load if they weren't in the same chunk. So I'm going to double F9 again. Just once F9 to stop the chunk, and I'm going to stop my dirt farm. I might not my dirt farm 1.0. I'm going to stop my dirt farm 1.0, but I'm going to stop my tree farm. I think that's what's causing the chunk the lag, and I'm going to take my tree farm and I'm going to go move it near the city because I have a dimensional transceiver, and in the next episode I'm going to connect the chunk loader. Well, I'm just going to break down everything and get ready. And in the next episode, I'm going to re-explain the chunk loader, but I'm going to explain the dimensional transceiver in more detail because we've only used it for power, but we can use it for so much more. And we're going to use it for power, but we're also going to use it with a chest right here and connected here to import stuff from a chest. Well, or maybe I can put, oh, that would be epic. An import right there, an import item from it. I don't know if it works, but if it works, that's what I'm going to do. In the next episode, I'm also going to start setting up some quantum storage. I want a quantum storage for every part of the collector quest, and I want to connect them to the ME system, because we're going to start making sure that we get to the point, and also the void ore miner. I might craft the void ore miner in my time lapse if I still have time, but I'm not 100% sure. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.